Hello, and welcome to Philip Talks. And today, we're going to be doing a garbage disposal. Have you ever heard when you shut yours off, it makes that flubber sound? Like blub, 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 blub. Mine's doing a little, but it's so loud sometimes, it's crazy. And what I saw, it's been doing it for like a month, maybe two. But after it started doing that, I started getting water. It started to leak. So actually, I'm going to show you where it started to leak. Put some. Okay, of course, here's the garbage disposal here. And what it started to do was leak underneath. Right about here. I mean, you can't see it, but underneath, right where the electrical conduit is, that's where it started to leak. And of course, after I figured out that leaked, I still had another leak under here, which I couldn't see. So further investigation, it was my shutoff valve right there, where there's two hoses coming off of. I took the handle off, but well, you just saw it leaking, dripping, and yeah, see all the green in there? It's old, so I'm going to switch that out today too. Those two lines go for the hot water for the faucet, and the other one for the dishwasher. Okay, and the garbage disposal. I'm going to show you how to take that out if you already have one in there, and I'm going to show you what to do if you don't have one in there. Alright, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is unhook those two lines up there and take off that old valve. Alright, I loosened one side up already. Sorry about the camera view. So I got this line unhooked already. I just have to do the top one. So let me get to do that. First thing I'm going to do though, to get back out there more, this is the line, this is the regular line that when you put water down your sink, it goes to your drain. The second line you see up here, that's from your dishwasher, if you have one. Alright, so we're going to take this off first, so I have more room in the back. There. Working under here is not the best, I tell you. It's so tight. Alright, I got that off, loose enough. Oh, look at that. Pretty clogged up in there. Look at that. Disgusting. Well, look at all that stuff in there. I have to clean out. Wow, that's not cool. Alright. Like I said, we're going to deal with this first. Alright, this is the line to the hot water for the sink faucet. Okay, so as you can see, I took off the other hose here and I loosened this up. So I'm about to take it off now. Alright, there we go. So the compression ring on here still, and the nut. That's okay for now. So let's see what we got here. It's pretty dirty, huh? Yeah, it's pretty corroded, I would say. Yep, time for a new one. All right. So I'm going to put that on a little later. As you can tell, I took off the hoses. Now I'm going to take off this. So like I said, I was going to loosen this up, but I'm loosening this up first. That's on there pretty tight. It should be hand tight only on that. This too. This one's a little tougher. Well, I got it. There we go. Oh, be sure you have a rag down in here like I do. You know, a little bit of water is going to come out. Anytime you work under the sink, you know you're in for a lot of water. Doesn't matter what you're doing. There's always something under here. You know this is full, so I already have a cup here. And it's kind of dirty. Not too bad. Well, I had a cup there because of the leak I had before. All right. So now the electric's still hooked up. That's basically it. And of course it's hooked up to the sink still up here. But to get that off, you have to have this ring here. Just fit a Phillips head in there, and you turn like so. See, the whole thing came loose. All right, I got that ring loose, like right here, as you can see, and boom, it's off. All right, so I'm going to lay it down here. I'll show you in a second. And I didn't down here. And I have enough wire so I could stick it out of here. When I first put this in, when I put my kitchen together, I put a lot of wire so I didn't have to fuss with it and so forth. So now we're going to take off this screw, all right, to get to the wiring. All right, so I'll show you what it looks like under there. This is your reset. If something happens to your garbage disposal, like it gets stuck or gets bind up, it will shut off on you, so it doesn't break anything. You just have to push this reset to get it going again. Alrighty. So here are the two connections that we have to take off and put on. So from here on, you got to go to your electrical box and make sure you undo the circuit breaker. Alrighty, I'm going to do that now. Like I told you in the beginning of this, it was leaking out of here. Look at all the water that must have been on here. Look at it turning green already. Must have been leaking for a little while. I don't know about, so moral of the story here, check underneath your sink more often. You never know what's lurking under there and what's happening. Something could start leaking any time. You got two valves under there, the cold and the hot. And if you have garbage disposal like this, and also a dishwasher, you got a couple hookups there that could leak. So you gotta pay attention to all that. Alright, so I'm just gonna bend all this wire down and bend this sucker so we can get it out of here. Sorry about the camera. There. Look at it all turn green. Oh boy, this stinks. Alright. Let's go check this out. So, here's the new one. It's an in-sink radiator, 3/4 horsepower. And this one's the Badger 5XP. And it's a good one. That's what this is actually. Alright, but this is the Badger 500. It's an older model, but it did its job for a long time. And the new one. So for all the people out there who wants to know how to install one, I'm going to open this up in front of you guys so you could see from the beginning how to put in the garbage disposal. All right, let's go open that up. All right, I'm going to open it up the professional way with a screwdriver. You know that's the professional way. If not, I would have had a kitchen knife since I'm in the kitchen, since I don't have a blade on me. And of course, I usually do have a blade, but... Alright, so registration. Oh, look, instructions. Well, we're men, right? And ladies. We don't need instructions. Ha! Alright. Here's a stopper. Oh, here, let me show you this. It was like that. So you take the stopper out, and here's what you put on the sink. Alright, I have one already, because you know, I just took mine off, but I'm going to show you quickly how to disassemble this and put it on the sink if you have to put one on. And we have a styrofoam. And we have, ooh, cork. This is for your drain. And the sink, as they call this, the food, did I say down here? The food waste disposal. But, as I like to say it, it's the garbage disposal. You know what I'm saying? Garbage disposal. So, we pull it out. And, ta-da, new. Just like the old, in with the new. Right, so you don't have to switch this out. You put the new one on because of the gasket and so forth. You don't want to use the old gasket. The only thing you have to take off is your plumbing stuff, which you can reuse. Alright, that's no big deal. So, I'm just going to put this on right now. And I don't think you want to see that. Or maybe you do. Alright, as you can tell, it's right here. Put it towards you there. And this goes right into here. Alright, flushes right in. Okay, like so. Now this could be moved anywhere. Alright, once it's inside your, underneath your sink, depending where your overflow is, I mean your drain is, you know, what wall you're pointing to. You could turn this anyway. You know, usually it's sideways sometimes, but you always want to face it down a little bit if you can. All right, mine's going to go straight down because that's how I put mine together. So once you get this gasket in there, you're going to take this, your metal, and you slip it down, and you follow it around, and you put it right up against it, because this flange here, it's going to sit right on this rubber, just like that. That's how it goes on. All right. So you take your screws, you tighten everything up here, if you can. I know mine goes down. All right. So just give it a good snug. Give it a good snug. That's all you need. It's not going nowhere. All good. Come over to your sink. As you can see, mine's in here already. All right. But this, you're going to have to get plumber's putty. Put it all in the indentation inside here. Okay. Then you take this, you put it straight down, all right, into the plumber's putty, and do a nice roll of it. All right, put it all the way around and push down on it pretty steady. Let it seep out, all right? And it's okay to do that. The next thing you're going to do is grab this. And you're going to grab these two parts. The screws can leave for a second. Take the ring. Then you're going to come underneath. Okay. Let me get more light for you under here. Now, as you can see up here, all right, you can have this part coming down. As you can see, this brown right here, that's my plumber's putty from before. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to put this up over this piece here. Okay, up. The next piece that goes on is this rectangle. All right. So the piece is going to go on here. All right. And you're going to put this pieces up. And you need two hands because the next thing you're going to do is put on your ring here. All right. It goes like so. All right. So you're going to need two hands. As you put this up, you can put the ring back on. Okay. Because the ring goes on this piece that's already on your sink that's coming down, all right? And you're going to see how that goes on. So you just take the ring and you can put it on and we'll hold this piece up. You don't have to worry about putting the screws in yet. And you can do it all at one time and then just snug it up. And that's how you do that piece. All right? And let me tell you one more time because I don't want to screw you up here. Once you put this piece in, all right, pretend it's upside down and the sink is between it. All right, you're going to, in between the sink, all right, this is facing down. You're going to get this piece. You're going to get this piece, put this on top of this, like so. All right, now there's a sink in between here. You're going to put this down right inside here. Okay, then you're going to get this piece and you're going to, that piece goes next like that. All right, so you see this ring here, this groove? That's where that ring goes into, this ring. So once you have it underneath, your sink's here, just like you see here. All this is underneath. Put this first, second, third. Then while you have that there, see where that ring is there? You're going to put that ring right back on. All right. And you can do it with one hand. All right. It just opens right up. Look at that. I just did it with one hand for you. Boom. All right, so now nothing's going to fall off. Your sink's in the middle there. And now you get your screws. And you make sure this rectangle, you put your screws in where that rectangle is. All right? And then you're tying them all up evenly, one at a time. And that's what you see under here. All right, the rectangle. All right, here's your rectangle. You put the screws in the rectangle and you tighten one by one. All right, and you can see the ring under there. Maybe you can see that. All right, I hope I clarified that for you. The only thing you're gonna have a problem with, you're gonna need two hands because its wires are stiff. They're pretty rigid. All right, I got it now. Look at that. All right, so I'm just going to put the nuts on. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put the two wire nuts on here. Okay, white to white, black to black. All right, so if it was going to be somewhere where it's going to be moved around or something like that, I would put a wire nut on there, a raw mix wire nut. I don't have one on me where I'll show you. I think you know what I'm talking about. But before I put this in, I gotta deal with my water problem here. I see the hot water here. Unfortunately, when I took this off, all right, there's a compression fitting in here, all right, inside here. Like here's the new one. I'm gonna show you. Here's the new one that comes with the new one. All right, here's the compression fitting and the new nut. Now I can't get this off there. I'm going to tell you why. I didn't do this. I don't know who did this, but it must have been a while ago. But what they did, normally the wire nut can go back, and I could use a hacksaw or something to get that compression washer off. But someone put a coupling on here. See it? Look at this. Someone put a coupling here, so the wire nut can't go back because of that. So I would have to get a solder flame and take this off completely and make this longer, in other words. But for now, I'm going to cheat. What I did was, as you probably could see, I had to use the old nut with that washer on there and the compression washer. And I didn't have a good feeling that was going to work because they usually don't work the second time around. You usually have to take them out, cut them. But as you can see, I Teflon the crap out of it and no leaking. So I'm happy with that. I think that's a win. I'm going to take it as a win. So, we got to loosen it and then turn it. So if you have it wrong, don't freak out. And you turn it to where you need it, like I just did. Okay. And I'm going to hook up my plumbing. And that's when you really know what's going on. So that's good. Let me get this in first. So I'm going to put this on. And then I'm going to put this on. Like so. And I'm all good. Okay. So that's it, guys, girls. I hooked up the water lines, as you can see back there, hooked everything up, and I tightened this down, so everything's all set. See, the water's running. I just turned electricity on, so let's find out if it works. I haven't tested it yet. Let's see. There we go. Sounds good, looks good. No drips. Yeah, that's a win. Cool. Alright guys. That's how you install a garbage disposal. If you have any questions, let me put a little light on here. So, that's how you install a garbage disposal. If you have any questions, comment below please. Like and subscribe, that'd be cool. And you have a good day. Take it easy. Ciao.